Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr.
No un anillo
Thank you, Lestrade.
con una cabeza de carnero. Así por casualidad. No, morgue no. Aquí, pertenencias.
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting. So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Pues tiene que haber dos. ¿Por qué no me deja abrirlo? Gracias. Ah, pues sí, sí que hay dos vacíos.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Una persona. Disparos distintos. Turner notó que los... que los disparos sonaron de forma distinta porque de hecho fueron 3. El primero se disparó una sola vez y justo después se dispararon 2 armas simultáneamente. Turner pudo detectar que los 2 disparos eran diferentes porque se hicieron desde puntos distintos de Half-Moon Street. Esto lo había pensado, pero hostia, esto no. No, pero de hecho fueron 3. El primero se disparó 2 armas simultáneamente. De momento voy a dar a posición del tiroteo, pero va a ser lo otro seguro. Hostia. Pruebas sólidas. Las declaraciones de los testigos y el arma del crimen apuntan claramente a un presunto culpable, Leighton Chapman. Si pongo... Un momento. Si pongo aquí... ¿Se crea alguna? No. Reconstruir el tiroteo de Half. Se produjo un posible tiroteo entre... y Brian Mercado. Examinar los cadáveres y hacer una reconstrucción. Vale. Pero primero voy a hablar con el chaval.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Ah, no es un niño, vale.
Good evening,
bueno,
Mr.
sí.
Chapman.
Who are you?
Ah, no.
I've got nothing
No
to
sé.
say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Está en la cárcel también, ¿eh? Puede que se conocieran. Lo del ojo y tal se lo ha hecho la policía. Sí. La cárcel.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me.
El señor
The
mayor
second I saw
este.
him, he raised his head, and he stared at me.
Ah, no.
In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead, and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I
Oh.
followed the third man.
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash.
Joder.
It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
¿Qué coño le pudo cegar?
Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
¿Llevaba bastón? No, no sé.
But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of
No
his
recuerdo que
footsteps as he
hiciera
was
ruido al
running away.
correr.
Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled.
Claro.
Why should a young lad like you take a gun
Claro,
from
digo,
the
¿qué
hands of a
cojones?
dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
Intentaba ser valiente. Era un conocido. ¡Ah! Ambos llevaban tatuajes en la prisión. Prisioneros de Westgate. Claro.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims,
Claro.
Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released and when I saw what my little brother had become,
El
decided to
pequeño.
work towards
So
living
vamos,
our
que se me ha
life.
ido a avisar.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him.
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Declaración de Leighton. Viejo conocido, ¿no? Hombre imaginario. La persona a quien Leighton Chapman describe en su declaración es fruto. ¿La creó para autojustificarse? Yo diría que no. Leighton cometió un doble asesinato tal. Su móvil fue el robo de unos valiosos tesoros antiguos. La última pieza de los 5 carneros de mitilene. El anillo con una... Sigue perdido. No, me da que no, ¿eh? Así que... Claro, hay que recrear. Tenemos que hacerlo de recrear. Sí. Esto me encanta. Vale, a ver. Vamos a recrear esto.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Averigua quién fue.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Esto. Claro.
This should be useful. Nothing interesting here.
¿No? Lo decía porque... Claro, digo, porque este tenía un tiro en la cabeza directamente.
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Vale. Hombre evanescente. La declaración acerca de la... Ahora parece plausible. Los 3 disparos de la escena del crimen demuestran que hubo una segunda pistola que está en paradero desconocido. Tiroteo. Murieron en el tiroteo y cada uno llevaba una pistola. Una de ellas desapareció. Doble asesinato. Fueron víctimas de un doble asesinato cometido por una persona. Esto es lo que ha dicho el otro señor. ¿No? Móvil del robo. La búsqueda de los tesoros helenísticos perdidos pudo ser el móvil del crimen que se cometió. El señor Turner recogió el brazalete justo después, pero el anillo sigue en paradero desconocido. El móvil de Linton para cometer el violento crimen pudo ser personal. Pero, claro, pero... No, pero el chaval no. O sea... Motivo personal, el móvil de Leighton Chapman para cometer el crimen violento pudo ser personal, pero que yo no creo que fuera el chaval, ¿sabes? Tengo que hablar con este. Sí.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Ahí.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Solo que claro, mentalizado con estos señores, pues hombre. No le vería. Digo yo, ¿sabes? Aquí está, señor.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Sobre los muros, si asumimos que había una persona en el momento del crimen, según emular los fuegos artificiales que describe Layton e intentar trepar el muro. ¡Hostia! Vale, vale. Casa de empeños. ¡Hostia! Claro, eso con lo que le cegó es la pistola de bengalas. No había pensado que la pistola de bengalas podría ser una de las armas disparadas, pero no, bueno, no, pero casi. A ver. La pistola.
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Bueno, vale. Vale, no era a lo que yo me refería, pero vale, ok.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
Volvemos a Half Moon Street.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
Deja al niño.
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh, no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Vale, ok, a ver. Tú.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Layton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Layton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Layton.
Claro.
When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
¿Cómo encuentra un punto por el que alguien pudiera trepar el muro sin ser visto?
The moon illuminates this
Claro.
wall. Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted
Y
by
ahí,
Constable Marrow.
y ahí da más luz. Aquí,
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone
aquí no
scaling
tanto.
it.
De las tres opciones que me da. Ah, que tengo que...
I can barely see anything.
Digo, le he dado, ¿eh?
Holmes? Are you there?
A veces no lo pilla la primera, no sé por qué.
I should
Le tengo que
try
dar varias
climbing
veces.
faster.
Ay, que hay que repetirlo ahora.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that. Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such
¡Fue
tools.
Spiderman! Hay que detener a
Constable,
Peter
is there
Parker.
any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Ahora cae ahí, ¡plas! A peso plomo. Emular... Ah, es esta la puerta. Tiene pinta. Pero nadie le vio entrar a la puerta.
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Hostia,
It's empty.
aquí hay una rajilla. Ah, no, son fibras.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
Claro, pero tiene que ser un experto. Claro, un trepamuros. Inocencia de Leighton. La declaración acerca del misterioso hombre de la chaqueta que participó ha resultado ser cierta. Pruebas sólidas. Las declaraciones de los testigos y el arma apuntan claramente a un presunto culpable, Leighton Chapman. Vale, a ver, estoy en Baker Street para examinar las fibras estas.
Let us take a closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human.
¿Qué cojones?
I need to compare this sample with a human hair
Y
and
de caballo.
horse hair.
Brochas de
Shaving
afeitado.
brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Ah, le quito un pelo
Well,
ahora.
I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes.
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair.
Es más gordo aún.
Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample.
Es como el doble del
The
caballo.
horsehair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse.
¡Un hombre lobo!
Hair from a
¡Un
large
hombre
and
lobo!
exotic animal.
¡Lo ha matado un hombre lobo! ¿O no? Perdón, animal exótico y trepamuros. Un gorila. No, es que... Me callo. Acróbata de circo. El hombre que desapareció en la escena podría ser un acróbata de circo. Logró trepar un muro de 10 metros en cuestión de segundos. En su chaqueta fue hallado pelo de un animal grande y exótico, cierto. Hombre imaginario es que es fruto de su propia imaginación. La creó para autojustificarse. La persona a la que es una acróbata... El criminal cogió el arma del cadáver de Kenneth Butler. Pedirle ayuda a Wiggins para encontrar el circo. Vale. O sea, fueron a intercambiar lo que fueran a intercambiar. Se disparar, no. No, uno mató a uno y el otro disparó a uno. O sea, en plan, venga, fiesta. Creo, no sé. Otra vez con el niño.
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here?
¿Quieres
You
dejarle?
best be leaving and be quick about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
Deja al niño. Niño.
Mr. Holmes?
Hostia, pero muy
We have
acróbata de
good
circo,
news for you,
joder.
Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal. A very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
Tiempo después. Ah, no, me lleva directamente. A la mañana siguiente, temprano.
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news
Joder.
in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found it.
Dos.
Here it is.
1, 0. Ajá.
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show. Duval Brothers, a well-known traveling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
O sea, el elefante le robó la pistola, le disparó y luego escaló un muro de 10 metros. Con una bici. No, vale, igual no, pero... Hubiera estado curioso.